All right, guys, we're back with the Screen Team. It's being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next door to us. Fearless Social, Poplar, Bluff Drywall. We thank our sponsors each and every week, man. We love them. We care about them. And I want to remind you that our official website is ScreenTeamPB.com. You can check out all the reviewers of the Screen Team. Chris and Kyle and Sabrina, we're all on there, man. Check us out at ScreenTeamPB.com. Kyle's on the show today, and Kyle's second film we're going to review is a movie called Space Jam. It features probably two of the biggest names ever in the history of pulp culture. Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny. Kyle, why Space Jam?
Why not? Why not? Among all of the 90s pop culture, like the movies that are a big staple of that decade, for a kid, that is like the penultimate, the ultimate movie. First of all, it actually bridges generations for the older generation who had Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes, and then us, we had Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and you want to put them together to play basketball? Come on.
Now, you got to admit, all right, this ain't Citizen Kane. This ain't The Godfather, all right?
No, it definitely is not a Screen Actors Guild film.
So how do these two guys hook up with each other, man? How does this happen?
Well, it's the weirdest thing. Of course, this movie came out in 1996, which Michael came back to playing basketball again, thank goodness. But they're portraying this during the time where he retired for the first time to go play minor league baseball. And, of course, Michael wasn't the best baseball player. And he winds up in a compromising situation meeting the Looney Tunes because Bugs Bunny gets kidnapped by space aliens from an amusement park on the moon.
This is awesome. Keep going, man. Yeah, just keep going.
It's absolutely fantastic. They decided that the best way to defend themselves from these aliens from a place called Moron Mountain is to challenge them to a game of basketball. Granted, these little aliens are not very tall. They're not that athletic. They're not that fast. So they enlist, in a matter of speaking, the services of some NBA players.
And who are some of these NBA players? These are some pretty big names.
Yeah, you'll definitely recognize, the round mound to rebound, Charles Barkley. You can catch him on a TNT yelling at Shaq during the playoffs. Of course, Patrick Ewing, one of the best big men with the New York Knicks. One of my personal heroes, Tyrone Muggsy Bogues. I know you remember that one.
I do like Muggsy, but I used to love that Charlotte team with him and Johnson and who was the center?
Lonzo Mourning.
Lorenzo, yeah, man, that was was my team. They just never.
And one of the best that didn't win titles in the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
You also mentioned Larry Johnson, Grandmama. Remember those commercials?
I remember. And of course,
last but not least, we also had to throw in, honestly, the man who probably got paid to get dunked on more in the NBA than anybody, Sean Bradley.
I didn't understand why he was in there, man. It was like having a token white guy in there. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know. You have all these all-stars, these top-level talents, and then
Sean Bradley.
token tall dude. But it's so much fun, and the voice acting in it is awesome as well. You got the man who runs the amusement park is voiced by Danny DeVito, which is fantastic. He was very, very entertaining. So Bugs is looking for help in any way because let's be honest, the Looney Tunes are not exactly the dream team. So one day while Michael's out playing some golf with his friends Bill Murray and Larry Bird, who wouldn't want to have those guys as friends, I might add, Michael gets his first hole-in-one. So they want to go take a picture. Well, Michael disappeared.
They kidnapped him through the hole, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Kidnapping is kind of wrong, but I guess it's okay when you're an anthropomorphic bunny with a Brooklyn accent. So they kidnap Michael, suck him down through the hole, and he lands in Looney Tune land, and he's being asked to help the Looney Tunes win a game of basketball against a team that became known as the Monstars.
All right, so we got the main plot down. What's the main reason why you like this film? Is it pure nostalgia? Is it because it incorporates your love of basketball? What is it that you love about this film?
It covers so many grounds. Of course, there's the nostalgia factor, being a kid and growing up in the heyday of the Chicago Bulls, and combining the best of that and your best and Saturday morning cartoons it just, you really couldn't beat that. And then you add in all these extra factors, and you look at some of the other people in this movie. You know, Bill Murray, Ghostbusters. You got Larry Legend in there. You have all these other NBA players, and a very good performance by a certain Mr. Wayne Knight that you're very familiar with. They kind of grabbed him at the right time to do that movie.
Yeah, they did. They did.
There were so many fun features about this movie, and it's a film also you can show kids of any generation.
That's true. That's
even
true.
Today, they know who Bugs Bunny is. They know who Sylvester and Tweety are, and Elmer Fudd, Daffy Duck. The Looney Tunes are staples of, I'd say about half a century worth of entertainment. So it's a movie that doesn't feel out of place today for children of this era.
Well, I agree with you 100%. While I was asleep watching this film, Luke was loving it, man. He was into it like mad crazy. So the kids, you're right. Any generation of kid, I think, will definitely dig this film. I'm kind of curious. There's been talks and rumors about another Space Jam coming. Nothing has been official. But Kyle, out of all the current basketball players out there right now, if they did a Space Jam 2, who would you want to see be the starring role?
Well, I can't really think of anybody who's playing right now that's more charismatic than LeBron James. I mean, you can say what you want about LeBron, but he's the biggest star in the game of basketball since Michael. Marketability, performance, success. I say Kobe, but he's retiring and he's not exactly young anymore.
Yeah,
but,
I would love to see Steph Curry, man. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be fun. We don't exactly know how charismatic and entertaining he is. If you see in the press conferences, his daughter is super charismatic and entertaining from last summer. But I kind of have to, I'd have to go with LeBron. Maybe have Mike make a cameo or two. Have him pop in and and chop it up and play some basketball. But this is one of those movies just out of pure nostalgia. I wouldn't want them to make another one. Not that it'll be bad, just leave the memories alone,
Right. All right, the movie is called Space Jam. You can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to be joined by our good friend Matt Whitworth, and we're going to review the movie Wayne's World. It's going to be spectacular. It's coming your way next on KWOC.